So biosecurity's concept is the protection, control, and accountability for valuable biological materials within the laboratories in order to prevent their unauthorized access, loss, theft, misuse, diversion, or the international release. So the meaning of this concept is the protection of human and environment from an intentional release of biohazards of an individual. The biosafety concept is the containment principles, technologies, and practices that are implemented to prevent unintentional exposure to pathogens and vaccines or their accidental release. So, biosafety, from the word safety, this means the safety of the human and environment from an intentional release also of a pathogenic microorganisms and the biohazards or the vaccines. So how can I emphasize the importance of biosafety and biosecurity in the current pandemic that we are experiencing right now? So biosafety is crucial in the fight against the pandemic, especially the coronavirus. It is used to protect from harmful incidents. Many laboratories handling biohazards employ an ongoing risk management and assessment and enforcement process for biosafety. So if we fail to follow the protocols, it can lead to increased risk of exposure to biohazards or the pathogens. And also, biosecurity is very important since it is responsible for preventing risk to health and to the environment from exposure to biological agents that can cause disease like the coronavirus. The first conspiracy theory is the COVID-19 the escape. So it is said that because the coronavirus original epicenter was the Chinese city of Wuhan, one of the favorite COVID-19 conspiracy theory is that it accidentally escaped from a lab. It doesn't help that Wuhan is a home to a virology institute where researchers have been studying bad coronaviruses for quite a while. Personally, I believe that the coronavirus will destroy a lot of countries. It affects the kabuhayan of the people and mainly cause crises in such countries, for example, the Philippines. There are some articles said that the Wuhan National Biosafety Laboratory and the Wuhan Institute had been working on biological warfare, and there is no evidence to suggest that the virus was created in a Chinese laboratory, and people who have claimed it started in a lab site only, the geographical proximity of the Wuhan Institute of Virology, a research lab in Wuhan, and the market, where some researchers believe that the virus transferred from animals to humans. And conspiracy theory number 2 is the COVID-19 weaponry. It is said here that to add to our first conspiracy and to make it more sinister is the belief that COVID-19 was indeed created a Chinese lab and that the release was intentional and used as a new form of weaponry. And people around the world thought it was strange that the numbers of cases in China remained relatively low compared to the other countries and theorized that it may have been because they were prepared for it. There are many articles that were really saying that the virus was made by Chinese people as a lab weapon against the US. There is a possibility that the most Chinese people knew about it and were vaccinated prior to the outbreak to minimize death toll in China. They were prepared to contain the spread of the virus. So it was really strange that China has a lower number of cases than the other countries, especially today.